everyone, it's B. My name is Berta Lippert. I'm a Mayo Clinic trained and board certified health and wellness specialist, and where I specialize is using the science of happiness and behavior change to help people create the positive changes they'd like to in their lives. Today I wanted to share something with you from a doctor at Mayo Clinic. He's a cardiologist. His name is Dr. Stephen Kopetsky, and what he shared was something outside the realm that we typically think of when we think of health and wellness. We usually think of someone speaking about eating right and sleeping and reducing stress, movement and exercise and things like that. He talked about positivity and the practice of optimism and how it helped over 7,000 patients over the course of 5 years reduce their risk of heart attack, stroke, and dying. And it's one of those things he said just seriously underutilized, and people don't really necessarily think about that with regards to their health and wellness. So I wanted to share that with you. So what they did and how they practiced optimism regularly was they practiced gratitude daily. So super easy, free, simple to do. They simply recalled, usually at night or in the morning, but he said it could be any time during the day. They simply recalled three positive things that they were grateful for that had happened throughout the day. He said as long as they did that, they experienced the positive benefits. It reminded me of something else that I had shared with you in the past. It was an exercise by Dr. Rachel Remen. So I wanted to come on here really quick and give you another resource that you could use to be able to utilize and practice optimism like Dr. Kopetsky was talking about. So Dr. Rachel Remen's exercise, she has a heart journal exercise. There's a little bit more to this, so it would take you a little bit more time. But her practice is there's some breathing exercises that you do, and you basically recall and kind of rewind and work your way backwards and kind of just recall things that happened, things that maybe surprised you, things that moved you in your day, things that made you smile, things that inspired you. It was kind of a journal exercise that you would do. So that exercise had inspired me, specifically a specific piece in that I'll talk to you about, but I created a free resource for you. It's a journal that you can download with journal prompts to recall these things that happen throughout your day. But you don't have to use a journal. I mean, you could use a notebook, you could use your phone. You guys, you don't even necessarily have to write these things down. But if you just take a moment and get your body into a different, more kind of helpful, positive state, you change how you respond when you're under stress and the negative effects that are actually going on in your body. So I wanted to share this resource with you today. One thing that I wanted to call out specifically in Dr. Remen's exercise was the way that it really changes how you feel when you recall something that inspired you, when you recall something that moved you throughout your day. So I incorporated those into the journal that I created. And again, it's great for gratitude as well. Definitely recall what made you smile. But something, for example, like when I was putting this video together, I thought, what is it that moved me over the past 24 hours? I've taken the time to kind of really think about it, and it makes me feel different when I recall that. For example, for me, it was last night on the news. There was a story about a 91-year-old mother who was in a nursing home and she suffers from dementia. And it was a story of her daughters. She had 8 daughters that were really trying hard to have a visit, even outside through a window, because as we know with COVID, there's some really big restrictions right now with visitations to protect everyone. But what was really special and what really moved me in this story was what happened was when the mother saw all 8 of her children together, she remembered who she was. It was a trigger for her. That it didn't seem to have the same effect when it was only maybe 1 or 2 of her children. But when she saw all 8 of her children together, she's like, oh yeah, that's my family. Those are my girls. And that really moved me. And anybody who's ever loved someone who suffered from dementia, as you can imagine, it's a pretty powerful moment. And so, those kind of things, you guys, things that inspired you, things that moved you, things that made you smile throughout your day, it's so easy to lose those if we don't take a moment to try to savor those. That's something I use in the positive psychology field with my clients as well. And it really does, again, kind of change the way that you're responding to all of the other maybe negative things or challenging things that maybe happen throughout your day. So I just wanted to come on here and share that with you really quick. Super simple, easy tool that you can use, but practicing optimism. So not just reducing stress, but taking the time to recall positive things that actually happened throughout your day. So if you're interested in that journal, just let me know. I'll get that over to you, or I'll link it down below. If this video was helpful, make sure that you check out my other videos. I have a ton of free resources on my website at bertalippert.com. And I also have lots of information about my paid programs. If you're interested in hiring me and working with me as your coach or helping your company, I'd be happy to do so. So thank you for letting me share this with you, and I will see you next time.